Are you in the market for one of the nicest rehab chairs on the market today? Well, stay tuned to this video review. Hey, I'm Alex with Marc's Mobility. In this video, we're going to go over a Permobil F3. Now, the Permobil F3 is a front wheel driven unit. It is going to have a 330-pound weight capacity and go a little over 6 miles an hour. Now, this particular unit has 12 miles of total drive distance on it, so very minimal amount of drive distance for a chair when most people are going to go a couple miles a day. Now, the Permobil F3, when I say front wheel drive, that means your solid 14-inch drive wheel is going to be located in the front of the chair. So an F3 is going to be a little bit better of a chair if you want to use it for inside, but also for outside usage. Reason being is the F3 with the front wheel drive is going to track a little bit better over objects or in your grass. If you are looking for a Permobil that does turn really tight inside your home, you might want to consider an M3, which we also sell as well. Now, this particular F3 is going to have the 14-inch solid wheel in the front and then these larger, about 7-inch rear caster wheels in the back, but they are going to be solid wheels all the way around. This unit is going to have 4 electrical seat functions. It's going to have a 12-inch seat lift, electric tilt, electric recline, and electric legs. Now, how you're able to use these functions is you can do everything to the joystick, or this one has an ICS box behind, so I'm going to use this because it's a little bit easier to do. But your ICS box just has 4 different buttons across the top, and you're going to go ahead and I'm going to use the seat lift first. That's going to be your first button. Now, I can tell you that when your buttons are all lit up green, you are going to be at a full speed, a little over 6 miles an hour. When it goes to yellow, it means you're going to be at a reduced speed, and if the light becomes red, it means you're at a restrictive area that you need to get back into a normal upright seating position to be able to drive the chair. But you can see this elevates very quickly up 12 inches, and then you're still able to drive it, once again, at a reduced speed. I think it's somewhere, I don't know, about 3 miles an hour, I believe, when the seat is elevated, but I will check that here at the end of the video when I do an outside driving demonstration. So this is what you're going to be looking like when the seat is elevated. If you can imagine, I'm 6 foot tall, so a little bit lower than eye level, but still able to reach access cabinets. Some people use this to slide board transfer if they travel and they want to use a hospital, or I'm sorry, like a hotel bed. That's a different height. And then also just that level of feeling like you're more eye level in that communication with people not always looking down on you. So this is some of the features that you can use the seat lift for. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna bring the seat lift back down, and then I'll mention a couple things down here as well. You do have front and rear suspension. Well, you actually have 2 suspensions on there on both sides. So it's a very, very smooth riding chair. And then you also have 4 tie-down points. You have 2 in the front and 2 in the back. So if you are using public transportation, you're able to strap that down. And it's also going to be compatible with the Q-Lock or an Easy Lock if you do have one of those locking systems inside your vehicle. Now, the next function I'm going to show you is going to be electric tilt. Electric tilt is if somebody was to come pull you backwards. So you're still in a seated position, but what this is going to do is it's going to take the pressure off the lower half of your body and apply it to your back. So it's going to help with that circulation to the lower half. So somebody that has pressure sore issues, this is a very useful function to have on a chair because now you're taking all the pressure and applying it to your back. Now, while you're at this position, you're also able to elevate the legs. Now, these legs stay out with tension, so as I go up, you'll probably see them slide in. But once again, if somebody was sitting in this chair, then the legs would stay all the way out. As you can see, they're starting to slide in here. I just want to get you a visual of what it would look like to be able to get your feet above your heart. And then they are adjustable, but just imagine they'd be sitting more like this with a person sitting in the chair. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring the tilt back down. The next function I'm going to show you, just to save time, is I'm actually going to go ahead and recline the back as well as the tilt is going down, just to save some time here. But recline is pretty straightforward. Recline is your backrest going back so that you can lay more flat like in a bed. So now that my tilt is down, I'm just going to hold the recline so that you can see kind of what you would look like, kind of like a lay flat position for somebody to then sleep in the chair. So this is going to be the recline right about here. So that's what your full recline with your legs up would look like. Now I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to bring the back up and the legs back in at the same time. This joystick is currently located on the right-hand side, but it's very easy for us to switch it to the left-hand side. So we will ask you that when you're purchasing one of these chairs, which side you drive the chair with so that we can configure the joystick to fit your size. This unit also comes with 60 amp gel recessed post batteries. They are a pretty specific type of battery in the Permobils. I want to mention that we do sell batteries for all the Permobils and then also most all other products on the market. So if you're in need of batteries, give us a call. We can typically ship those right to your home. Now armrests do flip up on both sides for easy access. And you have many adjustments available as well on this chair. It actually comes with an Allen key that's located in the back of the chair. You have many different pivot points right here on the headrest. You can adjust the width of the arms, the height of the armrest. A lot of different things you can do based off of this tool right here. And now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna turn this chair around to the front. So this particular chair, let me get my tape measure over here, is set up for a certain size, but what I want to mention is this has a 330-pound weight capacity, so it does not matter if you're 330 pounds and you're 6'5" or you're 100 pounds and you're 5 foot tall. We can configure this chair to fit your size. I'm just going to go ahead and give you the measurements on the chair for a reference, but we are going to send out a measuring chart if you're interested in a chair. Get all your measurements and then fit it so when it arrives to you on a pallet fully assembled, it's going to be ready to go, fitted to your size. This particular one at the moment is about 20 inches in width by about 19 inches in depth. They have on here, I think the 18-inch back is what's on here. So why I mention that is that's going to make your armrest about 26.5 inches overall width. If you go with a wider 20-inch back, now you're about 28.5 inches, but just notate a standard door as a 36-inch opening with a door on a hinge. You typically have about 31 to 31.5 inches of usable space. So that's why I gave you that measurement, just so you know, okay, hey, you can fit through normal standard doors. Foot plates do flip up on either side. If you do want to flip those up to transfer in and out, and then you are going to have your anti-tip wheels here in the front. This also is going to come with the light package. It is actually very good headlights and tail lights. And then you're also going to have turn signals, both left and right turn signals in the front and in the back of this chair. So once again, Permobil is one of the highest end chairs they make on the market. It has a fantastic ride. If this is something that you're interested in, definitely give us a call. And if you would, go ahead and follow us outside. I'm going to do a little driving demonstration on this chair. All right, so what we have here is the Permobil F3. This is the front wheel driven unit. So once again, it is going to be good for inside, but also good for outside. You can see the turning radius. M3 would be a little bit smaller turning radius than the F3, but this is going to track a little bit better outside. To give you a reference, the current seat size, I am 6 foot tall, 200 pounds, just to kind of give you a reference of what I look like sitting in the chair. Now this chair is going to get us to, should be somewhere in that close to 6 mile-an-hour range. Yeah, I was getting about 5.9 miles an hour, top end speed. Once again, you are able to elevate the seat and still drive it, which I'm actually doing now, elevating the seat. But once you do elevate the seat, it does reduce your speed down some, I think closer to about 3 miles an hour. But I just wanted to show you, yeah, I'm getting right at 3 miles an hour when the seat is elevated. But it is a very stable unit. So I just want to let people know that. People get a little nervous when they're up 12 inches in the air on a rise. It is a very stable unit, so you are able to drive this at this elevated position. So if you're looking for a Permobil F3 front wheel driven unit with all 4 functions and minimal usage, go ahead and take a look at this unit here.
Hi, I'm Mark.
And my name is Alex. We're co-owners of Marc's Mobility.
I started this company in 1995.
We sell many products, not just what you see in this video. If you have any questions or concerns, please call us at the number below at 800-677-6293. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.